Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
And welcome everybody to Myrtle Beach Speedway. My name is Josh Hall. This is Dead Sea Broadcasting. And you're watching the original Rebels Racing League Xtreme Xfinity Series. Right now we got cars out on track just finishing up practice. Jason Warren currently at the top of the speed charts as he gets into some a little bit of a mess there with Jonah Colbert. This is a tight track. A lot of banking, a lot of fun. This is personally one of my favorite tracks. This is a track that I used to go down to Myrtle Beach for vacation every year, and would definitely make a trip down to the track. It's a track that I've actually had the opportunity to drive in a NASCAR Experience car, so very familiar with the track. It is a tough track to conquer. The line is not what you think it is. You really want to run that second set of seams up. Actually, because the NASCAR Experience is there, there's actually lines on the track that are designed to give you the line of the best line around the track. So, but we'll see tonight as these guys challenge this tricky vintage raceway. And I'm going to say that because with the heavy hearts, this track has been torn down, unfortunately, but it lives on here in iRacing. And you'll see right there in the corners through 1 and 2, there's some turtles down there that you want to try to avoid. It's really easy to go over the line there and catch those and upset your car. So you want to stay away from those turtles there through 1 and 2. Through turns 3 and 4, there's a wall that keeps you separated there, as we see Patrick Drabick having some issues out on track. See Garrett Kinder stocking the 87 of Eddie Smith right now. And progressive braking on this little half-mile track, so that's why you'll see that these guys are running right around that bottom lane, but you might see some cars trying to figure it out and kind of move up the track just a little bit as the race goes on. We've got about a minute and a half before practice concludes. Let's take a look at our point standings coming into tonight. Well, you see Jonah Colbert currently your points leader, with Eddie Smith not too far behind. Last week having a great week, jumping up 5 spots. Joe Yakes in 3rd, Ryan Pendleton 4th, Patrick Drabick hanging back in 5th, and Garrett Kinder way back in 6th. Cody McLean, Charles Stevens, William Griffith, and Jamie Mullins, your top 10 in points. But a short track tonight here can really mix things up. See Ryan Pendleton taking his laps around the track right now. Don't forget, if this is your first time watching a race here on Intensity Broadcast, and don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. If you've been watching with us for a while, we do appreciate you joining in tonight here and tuning in with us on Intensity Broadcasting. We do broadcast 7 nights a week here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I got the chat open. Don't be a stranger. Let us know who you're cheering on tonight. See a lot of people having some trouble out here on this track here early in practice. This practice has come down to an end, and we're getting ready for qualifying. And don't forget to join us tomorrow night as well as Sunday night. I'm sorry, tomorrow night, yes, and Sunday night, as we do have our championship season rounding out here in both the Send It Cup Series and both of our truck series. This week we're going to be in Phoenix for 100 laps on both Cup Series and the Truck Series. And it's going to be the round of 8 before we get into our Champion 4. So you're not going to want to miss this weekend, as the championship is coming down to the wire on both Saturdays and Sundays. Patrick Drabick out on track right now. comes across the line. Currently in second place. Cody McClellan is currently your pole sitter. But a lot can happen in the next few laps, so we'll see who else can put down a fast lap out there. As Patrick Drabbit comes across the line, and he'll be in fourth. Josh Oswald will be one to watch. Oh, he's already put his lap down. He's currently second on the speed charts. Eddie Smith just finished up his. So let's take a look at Jason Warren having some issues getting into the corner on his opening lap. Jason Lotridge just coming out on track now. Mama Ellenson says, let's go Jake Ellenson. That 48 machine keeping it high up against the wall for his opening lap. Trying to get some heat in those tires and get that engine all wound up. So he works his way through turns 3 and 4 for the first time to take the green flag. Right down on that preferred line. Gets to the gas. Solid looking lap for the 48 of Jason Lotridge. Let's see how he comes across the line the first time and where he puts him. He's going to move up to 9th on the first lap. And I think that's going to be his only lap. Garrett Kinder just jumped up to 10th on the speed chart. So he comes down the back straight away. And through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, Kinder is going to move up into... Actually, he's not. He's going to move up into second. I take that back. So a great run for that 13 machine. And it looks like one car left to qualify. That'd be the 12 of William Griffith, who I don't see out on track yet, with about a minute and a half left before qualifying ends. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We've got the chat going. So feel free to let me know who you're rooting for tonight. Interact. Let us know your thoughts of the race from this historic Myrtle Beach Speedway. Again, one of my absolute favorite tracks. A track that I grew up going to during vacation. I always vacation down in Myrtle Beach and always made an attempt to get down to the racetrack. I've actually driven this racetrack myself in a NASCAR experience, so very familiar with how this track drives. And we'll see tonight how these guys are able to handle the track, as it is a tricky track. A lot of very little grip. Cool night. We're going to see some excitement here tonight. As we get ready for 175 laps here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. So qualifying is just coming to an end. Looks like William Griffith will not be out there making a qualifying attempt. So Jason Warren will be your pole sitter. He's going to win the Chuck Pegleg Phelps Pole Award tonight. So let's take a look at your starting lineup here tonight. And Jason Warren will be the Peg Leg Phelps Pole Award winner tonight, with Garrett Kinder starting to the outside. Row number 2, you'll see Cody McLean and Daniel Cunningham, with Josh Oswald in 5th and Michael Kosick rolling off in 6th. The 88 of Charles Stevens Jr., he'll be rolling off 7th, with Eddie Smith in the 87 rolling off 8th. Then Patrick Drabbit and Jonah Colbert will round out row number 5.
Good luck, everybody. Have a great race.
And I apologize. I didn't realize that I still had the race chat on. You definitely don't want to listen to that tonight. You never know what might be said over that. So I do apologize for that. 11th, row 6, we'll have the 75 of Chuck Pegleg Phelps with Joe Yakes in the 187 to his outside. 13th, Andy Kurtz in the 5 with Jake Ellingson in the 27. Then Josh Smith and Brandon Wallace, they'll be rounding out row number 8. Travis Bieber, Ryan Pendleton in row number 9. And rounding out the 10th row, Jason Lottridge and William Griffith. As the field starts to roll here, and we get ready for 175 laps from this tricky half-mile racetrack. Of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors that make this happen. Goat Locker Racing is the series sponsor. Big Fish Motorsports as well. Kinder Farm and Ranch, Chappie Headed, Smeal Racing Designs, Magic Mike Motorsports, Seth Griffith, Pegleg Phelps, PJ Motorsports, all of them for sponsoring the series. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this, so support your sponsors. So pace car pulls off on the pit road on the backstretch. Jason Warren, again, is going to lead him down to the starting zone. Kevin Kinder says hi, y'all. Kevin, good to see you here tonight. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. And Jason Warren with a great jump on that low lane. That low side will be the preferred side on restarts here tonight. As we see Garrett Kinder already getting attacked by the 06 of Cody McClellan as they come off of turn 4 and complete our first lap. Starting to see the field start to get a little signal. Oh, one car into the, that's the 17 of Josh Oswald up into the wall. The 04 also around. That's Mike Kosick. A couple cars come piling in at the end there. Jason Lottridge and looked like Jake Ellenson caught up in that as well as Michael Kosick. That's going to bring up our first Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind, and that is exactly what I was talking about at the very beginning of the race, in the pre-race, talking about those turtles that can come out and bite you. And I think that's exactly what happened to Josh Oswald here. Let's take a look as we rewind it back. Try to get a good view here, and looks like Josh Oswald gets down. Ooh, gets on the brakes a little too hard. Gets a little loose. Tries to correct it. Does hit those turtles. And once you hit those turtles and the front end of the car comes off the ground, there's just no saving it. Comes up, just barely catches the 54 of Cunningham, who is able to hold on to it. Catches Kosick as well. Kosick goes around on the backstretch. Then here comes Ellingson and Jason Lottridge. Just nowheres to go and caught up in it. So Josh Oswald having to use his reset early, not what you want to see. Same in Michael Kosick, and I think Jake Ellenson also coming down pit road to get some repairs made as well. Doesn't look like too much damage to that 27 machine, so don't believe he'll be using a reset. He'll just come in and oh wait, the whole hood of that car is missing, so we'll see if he decides to get some damage fixed. Nope, reset is taken, so another car already losing their reset early here tonight. As Jason Warren continues to lead here. And again, these guys have something a little unique that you normally don't see here on iRacing. When one to go comes out, they have their own choose lane, so they can choose to restart either on the high lane or the low lane, as long as they choose their position before the start-finish line. Jason Warren is going to choose that inside again, putting Garrett Kinder on the outside. Daniel Cunningham is going to choose the inside, though. Sorry, that's Cody McClellan choosing the inside this time. And green flag is back in the air. We are back racing here at Myrtle Beach. Kinder trying to get everything he can up on that high side. And there is a high groove here. You can make that high lane work as he's having a much better start this time than he did the first restart. And now he's starting to stock that 32 machine of Jason Warren just behind. Eddie Smith starting to come through the field. Already up 4 positions, getting around the 54 of Daniel Cunningham. And that Braves machine, congratulations to all the Braves fans out there watching a championship, as we have another yellow out on track, and it looks like the 27 of Jake Ellensing back around, and that's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we see what happened to Jake here in turns 1 and 2. Looks like as he down on the low side here, gets in the corner and just another too much rear brake bias, loops the car around. No damage. I think the only damage is when he tried to loop it all the way around and catches the inside wall. That should be enough to affect that car, as aerodynamics don't really mean anything here at a short track like Myrtle Beach. This is a really unique, or was a really unique track as well, because just outside the track, at the entrance, there was a, or it still is, a auto museum. All sorts of different cars, and through the decades, some historical cars, some movie cars. Really cool thing to check out. So if you're ever down in Myrtle Beach, right on 501, where the racetrack used to be, just outside, there's a little auto museum that's worth checking out. It's worth the price of admission. So choose rule is back in effect. Looks like Warren's going to choose the inside, Kinder's going to choose the outside. McClellan down on the bottom, Eddie Smith on top. Looks like a couple cars choosing to stay on the bottom. That's going to move. Looks like the 87 of Patrick Drabick up quite a few spots there up on the high side. Sorry, the 87 of 31 of Jonah Cobert up a few spots. So some strategy being played towards the back here as we come back to the restart zone, and green flag is back in the air. Looks like a problem for the 06 of McClellan. Pulls down on the inside, comes to a rest, and not really sure what happened to the 06. Looks like he is completely off the track now, so one of our front runners having trouble here and has retired. See Garrett Kinder trying to work on Jason Warren here, but right now Warren leading the way and showing the speed. Andy Kurtz down on the low side, trying to get some passes made. William Griffith already up 10 spots into the 10th position, so a great start for Griff early in the race. See Josh Smith and Andy Kurtz going at it side by side off of turn number 2, and down the backstretch they come and give the position to Smith. Jake Ellingson, after having some issues, now starting to move his way back through the field. Currently looking to the outside of Travis Bieber. Bieber on the preferred line, though, on the inside. Up front a little further, we got Charles Stevens Jr. under attack from Jonah Cobert. Jonah trying to get around on the high side here. Some trouble for Jason Lottridge around on the front stretch down in John Deere country. Looks like he's going to get that rolling. Is the caution going to come out? Looks like he's going to stay on the off the racing surface, continues the run, so we're going to have no caution. Let's see if we can see what happened to Lot Rich here real quick. Just a little quick replay. Comes off at turn number 4, loses it all by himself. Goes sliding down through the grass. No harm, no foul, no caution. Back up front, it's a lot of the same. Jason Warren still leading over Garrett Kinder. A battle heating up for up here between the 187 of Joe Yakes and the 23 of Ryan Pendleton. This is a battle for 8th position. Yakes is going to try to make it work down on the bottom through turns 1 and 2. As they come off the corner, really tough to get the power down when you're pinched down on the low side here. Just in front, Patrick Drabick now looking to make a move on Jonah Colbert. Tries to get that little diamond off the corner, but not going to close the gap just yet. Now Garrett Kinder starting to lose a little bit of pace to Jason Warren. The gap now just about a half a second. Take a look at the lap times between the two, and every lap Warren is just a little bit quicker than Kinder as they work the early part of the race, but it is a long race. So a lot can happen here as things are starting to settle out through the field. Pegleg Phelps now trying to make a move underneath Joe Yakes. Just not quite able to get there. Travis Bieber, Michael Kosick all stack up behind. So now Bieber's working all over the back bumper of Pegleg. This is a track where stack-ups can happen real quickly, as any short track. See Michael Kosick trying to work the high side of Bieber off the corner. Gets a little loose. Now he's on the crossover. Look down to the bottom. But Bieber's going to get the run into the corner as they come off the corner, though. Is Kosick going to be able to get the power down to try to get the run and try to look back to the inside? Now Bieber looking down to the inside of Pegleg. That causes a big stack up here in the back. Kosick, who qualified well up front, currently down 10 positions from where he started, as Bieber now again looking down to the inside of Pegleg, but just not able to make it happen. Oh, Griff around on the front stretch. That's going to bring out another Kinder Farmer Ranch Wreckage rewind. So we take a look to see what happened to Griff here on the front stretch. Oh, I do apologize. I thought I had my Wreckage rewinds up there, but I did not. Just coming off the corner here, and Griff loses it all by himself on the front stretch. Gets up into the wall, catches the 47. Brandon Wallace involved as well. So Josh Smith got a little piece of it as well, and we've got the entire field on pit road. Mama Ellingson asks how many sets of tires. There are 5 sets of tires here tonight. There's Jonah Colbert has decided to stay out along with Jake Ellingson. So using a little bit of strategy here tonight. A couple drivers who have a little damage on their cars. So trying to use the track position. They know another caution could easily come out, as cautions breed cautions. Sound like we had a little issue on pit road here. And Josh Oswald, a lot of damage to the back of that car. He's going to move himself right behind the pace car. This is see if we can see what happened. Oh, Jake Ellison just missed pit road. That's why he's still out there. I think he was trying to get on pit road and just wasn't able to get on pit road, so he decided to use it to his advantage and keep himself out there. So Jonah Colbert is going to choose the inside here on the restart. Jake Ellingson to the outside. And Jason Warren and Garrett Kinder on fresh tires just behind. Pace car is off, and immediately Colbert hits the gas. We are back green flag racing, and Jake Ellingson is sitting duck on the high side. They almost make it 3 wide. They do make it 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Garrett Kinder and Ellingson, oh, some contact. Ellingson up into the wall. Around on the backstretch. Caution is going to come out. Oh, tough break. Mama Ellingson does not want to see that. And that's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage rewind. And 3 wide at this track is not something that you want to see. It can be done, but it's tough to do. We see Garrett Kinder trying to make it 3 wide here through the corner. And as he comes off the corner here, just kind of, I don't know if he pushed up just a little bit or if he thought Ellingson was a little bit higher up the track. 2 of them make some contact. Ellingson overcorrects it, gets right up into the wall. Nobody else hits him. Honestly, not a lot of damage. Looks more superficial than not. We'll see as he decides to stay out here. So the damage can't be too bad if he doesn't come in down to pit. So tough break for Jake Ellingson, but a lot of racing left to do. It is a short track. Aerodynamics do not mean that much, so Jake still could be in okay shape. The comments are flying in the chat right now. A couple people not too happy with Garrett Kinder there. Kinder's going to restart from the 5th position. Jonah Colbert continues to lead. So that strategy of staying out right now actually working out for Colbert pretty well. Use the track position and get the lead. Doesn't look like tires are going to be as big of an issue as first thought by me. We'll have to see if Garrett Kinder does get the EOL for that, or if they're going to let that one just be a racing deal. As he's going to choose the high side, so it looks like he's going to not get an EOL here. Jonah Colbert will lead him back down to the restart zone with Eddie Smith to his outside. Eddie the Alien Smith to the outside. And Jason Warren and Daniel Cunningham Round out row number 2 as the pace car takes that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. See if Colbert goes as early as he did last time. If he tries to time it a little differently here, he does go very early. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing. Another great jump for Colbert. Just behind, we see Eddie Smith and Jason Warren going at it. And some hard racing in the back as Kinder, stuck up on the high side, is getting freight trained. Trying to make his way down the low side. Now they're going to be 3 wide again. Now back to 2 wide as they come through the corner here. And that 13 of Kinder is just sliding back. He forces his way down. Oh, a little lockup from Kinder getting into the corner. As we got a battle for the lead shaping up. Eddie Smith down to the inside of Jonah Colbert. And we got one around on the back stretch. Big wreck in the back. William Griffith involved. Andy Kurtz caught up in it. Brandon Wallace, Josh Smith, Michael Kosick again. I believe Jake Ellingson might have got a little piece of that. And that's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Coming off of turn number 4, we see Kosick up there on the high side. We see the 5 get loose. That kind of spooks Bieber. Bieber comes up the track, catches the 04 of Kosick. As Kosick comes down the track right in front of the 47, William Griffith involved as well. We see the 5 of Andy Kurtz spun around to the inside there. So tough break for a couple drivers there. Brandon Wallace will be your free pass. Get back onto the lead lap. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and refire them once again. So as we come across the line this time, the lights on the pace car will turn off. Eddie Smith will choose the inside. Jonah Colbert will choose the high side. A little confusion. Nope, lights are still on the pace car. I apologize. Thought we were going back to 1 to go right there. This time they'll be choosing when they come across the line here. Eddie Smith will be the control car. He's going to choose the inside lane here. Which he will. The outside will go to Jonah Colbert. The 54 of Daniel Cunningham moving up a couple spots. Going to restart right behind the 31 of Jonah Colbert. We're seeing that inside lane really being the lane of choice here on these restarts as the pace car pulls off. Eddie Smith is going to lead him back down to the restart zone. See if he goes as early as Jonah was earlier. He's going to hold the field a little bit longer. Green flag back in the air. We are back racing here at Myrtle Beach, and a great jump for Eddie Smith. Here comes Jason Warren looking down to the inside of Jonah Colbert. Again, Jonah on a little bit older tires than everybody else right now. He has not come in pit, so he's on the set of tires that he started on. Everybody behind him is on fresh rubber. He's able to hold on to that outside lane pretty well on those older tires. as they're still side by side battling for second position. That's what Eddie Smith wants to see in his mirrors. That's going to allow him just to start to drive away. And Jason Warren is going to take that position away from Jonah Colbert. Now Jason Warren's going to try to set his sights on the 87 Eddie Smith. A little further back, we got a battle going on back here between Josh Oswald, Travis Bieber, and the 88 Charles Stevens Jr. Just in front of him, Joe Yakes and the 23 of Ryan Pendleton going at it. So a bunch of cars all jockeying for position back here. Oh, one around. The 88 gets loose. Able to hold on to it though. Great save for Stevens. Just got loose off or into the corner there, but able to hold on to it. So no caution comes out. Back here, there's a little battle heating up for fourth on back as Patrick Drabick is all over the back bumper of Daniel Cunningham. Cunningham runs a little bit of a defensive line off the corner, kind of just pinching it down there, trying to keep Drabick from getting a good run to try to get underneath him. And just behind him, we see Garrett Kinder coming into the picture as well. Up front, Eddie Smith has about a half a second lead over Jason Warren, but it looks like Warren is starting to catch just a little bit as we take a look. Jason Warren has been faster than Eddie Smith every single lap. And he is slowly reeling in that 87 machine. It's one thing to catch him, though. It's another thing to pass him. Kevin Kinder says Alien Eddie would drive away no matter what's going on behind him. You would think so, but right now, Alien Eddie is losing ground every lap to Jason Warren. While that's going on a little further back, we see Patrick Drabick still trying to get around Daniel Cunningham, just not able to get close enough to make that move, and we might even see a little short track bumping and running playing out here in a little bit. Now Garrett Kinder looking to the back bumper of the 07. Let's ride along with Garrett Kinder so you can get a driver's eye view of this track. See, really flat down on the bottom, a little bit of progressive banking. Front stretch isn't really straight. It's got a little bit of a curve to it. Some great views, great shots here from the inside of the 13. Jonah Colbert. A little battle going on up there between Daniel Cunningham and Jonah Colbert, and Cunningham's going to take that position away. And again, we know Colbert's on those older tires, as here comes Drabick looking down to the inside. Oh, we got caution out on track. Travis Bieber. Oh, Brandon Wallace involved as well, as Travis Bieber was up into the wall. You see Joe Yakes involved in this one as well. And I believe Griff might have been caught up in this too. So let's go bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage rewind. Let's see what happened. Looks like it may have started with Griff here, who's running right behind Pegleg Phelps. skids. Oh no, it happened. Griff was just the snowplow coming through. It started actually with Joe Yates and Travis Bieber. Oh yeah, Bieber just kind of pushed up just a little bit, or overdrove the corner just a little bit. Caught the 187. Two of them went around. Griff just comes snow plowing through, and then Brandon Wallace just caught it there as well. I know I did not mean to say Justin Bieber. I know it's not the first time I've said it. Probably will not be the last. Griff cannot catch a break tonight. No, he can't. He's having a tough night out there as well. So Jonah Colbert did come down pit road and take tires. Looks like he might have also taken his reset accidentally. Try to take a look at the right side of that car to see if he did in fact take his reset or not. Ratchet Miller says Dozer been dozering a lot. I always do have the Griff Dozer GIF at the ready in case I need to throw it up there on the broadcast, but we got one to go here. As Jason Warren is going to choose the inside, Eddie Smith to the outside. Daniel Cunningham in third, Garrett Kinder up to fourth. As the pace car pulls off, Jason Warren leads him back down to the restart zone. Green flags back in the air. We are back racing. Another great jump for our leaders. Kinder got caught sleeping. It looked like he tried to jump the start a little bit, tried to anticipate it, and got off the gas as they were going back green flag racing. That's why he's got the 7 of Patrick Drabick trying to look down to the inside. Also right behind him, the 5 of Andy Kurtz coming into the picture. Oh, one car locks up Kinder. Ooh. Dozer way off the pace here. I think Griff may have just blown up. Let's go back here and see if we can see what happened to the 12 of William Griffith here. He did. He blew his motor. So William Griffith popping the motor here, trying to get back down to his pit stall as the field goes by. And I see the tires going on the car, but I don't think that's going to do enough for him. As we hear, the car is completely dead. Let's, I don't know if he just missed the gear or what happened here. I want to actually run along with Griff for a second and see if we can hear it. Not really sure what happened to Griff there, so. Up front, though, Eddie Smith still continuing to lead. I'm sorry, Jason Warren still continuing to lead over Eddie Smith. With the battle ensuing a little further back, we've got Pendleton looking underneath Andy Kurtz here. This is a battle for the 6th position. Oh, almost washes up the track into the side of the 5. As they continue to go at it. Oh, peg leg around in the back here. Caution is out. Oh! That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we see what happened to Peg Leg here. I believe he may have had just a little bit of help here. See him running there on the bottom. Yep, he had some help with 187. Misjudged the corner, got into the back of the 75, heads him up the track into the wall, and very precarious place to be as the rest of the field. We see Travis Beamer, Brandon Wallace getting a little piece of that as well. So Chuck's going to have to come down pit road. Don't think he'll take his reset. Doesn't look like enough damage to have to take a reset there. As I do apologize, my timing and scoring just crashed. So give me just a moment while I get that popped back up here. Sorry for the ugly screen. We're back up and running with the time and scoring. Again, I do apologize for that. I'm going to have to go silent for just a moment while I reset my graphics because it did reset everything on for me. So I will be back with you in just a moment. So a great jump here for Jason Warren, getting around Eddie Smith and Garrett Kinder up into that third position as they're going at it back here side by side as they come off of turn number 4. I do apologize for missing the restart there, but Kinder trying to get around Eddie Smith for that second position. A little further back, you see Daniel Cunningham, Ryle Pendleton, and Joe Yates going at it back there. Now Kinder falls back behind Eddie Smith. And the big race continues back here. As Cunningham almost gets up into the side of Pendleton. They're able to hold on to it as they rocket down the backstretch. Joe Yates right there in the mix as well. In case one of them slips up, he can take advantage as Kinder now was just looking back to the inside of Eddie Smith, but he had to tuck back in line. While that's been going on, Jason Warren is just continuing to drive away. Joe Yates was looking to make it 3 wide for a second, backs out of it, allows Cunningham and Pendleton to continue to run side by side. That's a battle for 6th position on track. some tight racing here at Myrtle Beach, and that's what you want to see. Oh, the 23 gets a little loose into the corner. Has to check up. Almost gets run over by Yakes. Yakes now really loose off the corner. But they're all able to hang on to it, and as right behind we see the 17 of Oswald coming up into the picture as well. Currently running in the 9th position, looking underneath the 5 of Andy Kurtz. Jonah Colbert right there behind as well. And the 47 of Josh Smith in the picture as well. Oh, Kurtz got a little loose up the track, and now he's going to cross over Oswald as they come back down the backstretch, so they trade positions. Now Colbert looking underneath Josh Oswald. Trying to take away that 9th position.
Charging battery.
Ooh. Oswald gets a little loose there off the corner. Able to hang on to it, and Josh Smith right there behind. Just in case one of them makes a mistake, you can try and take advantage of it. A little further up front here, Garrett Kinder has Patrick Drabick. Well, it did have Patrick Drabick all over his back bumper. Now Drabick has fallen off just a little bit. This battle continues as Jonah Colbert has lost some positions. He was just battling, and now he's fallen back behind Josh Oswald and Josh Smith. Jason Lottridge trying to move himself forward, but he's currently stuck on the high side. And oh, Travis Bieber right into the side of the 48. Able to hold on to it. And no caution. There's no incident. But it's short track racing. We're going to see that all night long as Eddie Smith has some company now. Garrett Kinder is driven back to the back bumper of that 87 machine. Oh, we got a caution out on track as the 114 of Travis Bieber slow down the backstretch. And I'm not giving these cows a break just yet. We got another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind coming up. So we take a look to see what happened to the 114. Oh, Pegleg just barely nipped the 114, spun him around on the backstretch. Chuck on fresher tires. I don't think he was expecting him to check up that early, and we got pretty much everybody on pit road. Trying to get a good view of pit road, but we're going to have to use the blimp here. We're going to see the 87. Oh, Garrett Kinder almost gets by Eddie Smith. Joe Yakes stays out along with Josh Smith and Jason Lottridge and Travis Bieber. So a couple cars staying out here, trying to gain some track position. Ratchet Miller says these boys know this ain't a dirt track, right? They surely are treating it like a dirt track, and as slick as Myrtle Beach is, it's not surprising to see these guys running it like a dirt track. Them cows going to need some hay for all their work they're putting in, that's for sure. Now Travis Bieber coming down onto pit road. Try to get some of that damage fixed up to continue on. But again, Joe Yakes using some strategy. He's going to restart at the point with Josh Smith in the 47 to more than likely his outside. Lights are off on the pace car, and just as I suspected, Joe Yates is going to choose that inside lane. Josh Smith to the outside. Pace car pulls off. And these guys do have the opportunity to fire off as soon as that pace car pulls off pit road, and there they go. Joe Yates with the great jump on Josh Smith as the green flag comes out. Trying to get out in front of these new tires as quickly as possible, but Jason Warren already to the outside of Josh Smith, trying to get around that 48 machine. Garrett Kinder is stuck behind the 48 as well as they come down the front stretch. 3 wide down the front stretch. And Garrett Kinder makes a huge move to get around the 48 of Lotridge, as well as trying to get around Eddie Smith, but not going to do it. Here comes Patrick Drabick on the high side, trying to look to the high side of Kinder. But Joe Yates still continues to lead out in clean air. I don't think his tires are that much older than everybody's out there, because... Oh, Josh Smith around on the front stretch. Looks like Garrett Kinder involved in this one as well. So Garrett Kinder caught up in it along with Josh Smith, and it's going to bring out another Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage rewind. As we see what happened to Smith and Kinder. Oh, Smith just got loose on the high side, comes cross track, and then Kinder looked like he was checking up for the wreck. In the 07 of Drabick got in the back of him. Sent him for a ride. Doesn't look like any damage to Kinder. Let's rewind this and let's take a ride along with Kinder to kind of see what he saw here. Exactly what happened was Kinder was checking up for the wreck and got run over from behind. Looks like he was able to keep it off the wall, so he should be all right. See Josh Smith getting his damage fixed. And Joe Yates is going to continue to lead. And if you're tuning in, just tuning in and joining us here, we want to thank you for coming out here on Intensity Broadcasting here tonight. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to like, follow, and subscribe. We do have live iRacing 7 nights a week here on Intensity Broadcasting. Tomorrow night we'll have the Original Rebels Send It Cup Series as their playoffs are coming to a close. Sunday night we'll have your truck doubleheader, another playoff round of 8 happening on Sunday for the doubleheader. Monday we have the Extreme Forces Monday Mayhem. Tuesday, Extreme Forces Tuesday Night Tussle. Wednesday, the SCSRA and the Mayhem Modifieds before it. Thursday, Thunderstruck Series. Of course, tonight, Friday, you've got the Original Rebels Extreme Xfinity Series. So live racing 7 nights a week here on Intensity Broadcasting, and some special events coming up soon. I know we have the Original Rebels Kid Race coming up, a little charity event coming up pretty soon. As well as, it hasn't been officially announced for a date yet, because I believe the date has to be changed. But we will have the Original Rebels Racing League versus the SCSRA. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be a little quote-unquote grudge match race. The 15 best from each league going at it. So that will be a lot of fun. As the lights are off on the pace car, Joe Yates is going to take that inside again. Jason Warren to the outside. And Patrick Drabick and Eddie Smith. Garrett Kinder is going to restart way back in 11th after taking that spin. Joe Yates is going to lead him back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. Ooh, a little tire spin out of Jason Warren, but he's able to stay right alongside with the 187 as they go into the corner. Warren loses it all by himself on the high side. Caution is out. And a tough break. For the 32 of Jason Warren, as we see look like Jason lost it all by himself up on that high side. Yeah, didn't have any help from behind, but you see the 87 of Eddie Smith just coming in, making some contact. See the 31 of Jonah Colbert, he comes in, makes heavy contact. The 54 of Cunningham able to sneak on by. Garrett Kinder, ooh, just barely getting through. 47 of Josh Smith, he's going to have to check up. He gets by up on the high side. So a tough break for Jason Warren, who was having such a great race. Led a bunch of laps, and now he's going to see himself at the back of the field. We talked about the championship playoffs here in the Rebels and the racing that you'll see here on Intensity. Don't forget about the real world racing that's going on. You've got the truck championship race tonight, Xfinity race championship race tomorrow. Cup Series will crown champion on Sunday. You got the F1 race down in Mexico. There's a championship battle that's been heating up as well. So if you're a fan of motorsports, there's motorsports championships happening all over the place right now, whether it's on iRacing or in real life. So we know in the chat who you think the champion's going to be here in the Cup Series on Sunday. You think it's going to be Denny Hamlin or Martin Truex? It's going to be Kyle Larson or Chase Elliott. Let me know your thoughts. As Joe Yates is going to choose that inside again. And Patrick Drabick's going to also choose the inside. That's going to move Ryan Pendleton up to the front row on the outside. Eddie Smith also choosing the inside. So real big shakeup here. Putting some new faces up towards the front as the pace car pulls off. Joe Yates leads him back. Hits that loud pedal. We are back green flag racing. And it looks like it might have not have worked out for Patrick Drabick and Ryan Pendleton as much as they were hoping, as Pendleton did get up into the second position, and then he got a little loose through the corner, and he's fallen back now as he's under pressure from the 54 of Cunningham. Here comes the 88 of Stevens looking up to the high side. Oh, we got one around on the front stretch. Patrick Drabick has been turned around here. Caution is out. The 54 of Cunningham also turned around. There's a lot to take out of this one, so we'll take a look for here from the blimp. We see the 87 of Eddie Smith just barely gets into the back of Drabick. Here comes Cunningham, also just trying to avoid it. Gets a little piece of it. They are 5 wide down the front stretch, avoiding the spinning car. And then up in front, we see the 4 wide racing, just 4 cars in a spot where they shouldn't be. Garrett Kinder gets down into the 54. Nothing Kinder could really do. He's being forced down by the 5 and the 17. So a tough break for both Cunningham and Drabick, who are both having fantastic runs up at the front. We are just a few laps away from 50 to go. Next time we go by, we'll have just 1 to go. Next week, your Xtreme Xfinity Series is going to be moving on to Iowa Speedway for 125 laps at another short track. That'll be an exciting one. Then we move on to Pocono, Gateway, Nashville Fairgrounds, Richmond, Nashville Super Speedway. And on January 14th, we're going to have some road course racing again. Because we'll be moving to Canadian Tire Mosport. Long season. We're not even to the halfway point just yet, as the pace car has pulled off on the pit road. We're going to go back green flag racing. Joe Yakes, Eddie Smith on the front row. Ryan Pelton, Charles Stevens Jr. in the second row. Yakes hits that pedal. We're back green flag racing. And Eddie Smith trying to do what he can to get around that 87 machine. But Eddie Smith with a lot of damage to the front of that car, but it's not slowing him down. He's trying to make that pass there. As you see, there's no front bumper on that car, and he's still battling hard. Oh, pushes up the track, gets a little loose into the corner, able to hold on to it, and he's still battling for the lead. Also, we see the 88 of Charles Stevens Jr. behind another car without a front bumper, able to hold on up here, as we see Josh the Jet Oswald getting around the 88 machine. Move Oswald up into the 4th position. Oh, as he gets a little loose off the corner. Oh, caution is out. Looks like Jason Warren slow on the backstretch here. It's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. See if we can see what happened to Jason. Now he just loses it all by himself on the backstretch. Catches the inside wall. And that's going to be what causes the yellow flag this time. Looks like no takers on the pit. Well, Pegleg and Brandon Wallace both takers to pit road, but our leaders decide to stay out. Kevin Kinder says bumper car track tonight. It sure seems that way, but that's short track racing, especially at a tight bull ring like Myrtle Beach Speedway. I know I've said it a couple times already tonight, but it's such a shame that this track went away. Definitely not a bad seat in the house here. Had some really good food too. You know, you don't talk about racetrack food too often, but the food at the racetrack was really, really good. They had some specialty items. They had their chili cheese fries that were amazing, and yeah, it's one of the few racetracks I've seen where they sell fried dough too. So, plus, if you've ever been down to Myrtle Beach, it's so easy to get to. There's so much to do in Myrtle Beach. That's why I loved going down there for vacation, especially for the racetrack. And at least we can still carry on here on iRacing with the track. But it's a shame to lose such a great and historical track, too. Well, Joe Yates is going to choose the inside again. Eddie Smith to the outside. Ryan Pendleton, Josh Oswald, they'll be the second row. And then Josh Smith, Charles Stevens back in row number 3. Pace car is on pit lane. Yates again leads them down to the restart zone. We have less than 50 laps to go here to settle it at Myrtle Beach Speedway as the green flag is back in the air. A lot of wheel spin for Eddie Smith. He's going to fall victim to the 23 of Pendleton, who's got the good run on the inside. As Eddie Smith's going to maybe lose that second position, but they're side by side battling for position into turn number 3. Pendleton doing everything he can to get around that damaged machine of Eddie Smith. It's amazing that Eddie's still out there running as fast as he can with as damaged of a car as he has. Big pack behind. We got 3 wide racing back here as Cunningham was down on the bottom. We see Garrett Kinder trying to move his way back through the field as well. Another side-by-side battle up here between the Joshes, Josh Smith and Josh Oswald going at it. And now, oh, almost some contact as they were almost just 3 wide. As Eddie Smith is fallen back. He's got passed by the 23 of Ryan Pendleton, and now he's got Josh Smith looking to his inside. And caution is back out on track. Not really sure what the caution was for. We're just going to take a quick look, see if we can see what the caution was for here. Oh, Pegleg just got turned around. And that was enough to bring out the caution. So, see Eddie Smith coming onto pit road. A lot of cars staying out, a lot of cars coming in. Kind of a split field here. I think Eddie's going to use his reset because he's realizing how much damage that car has. No, he's not using a reset. He's holding on to it. Kinder on pit road. Josh Oswald on pit road. Charles Stevens Jr., Jonah Colbert. As Colbert's getting off pit road right now. Charles Stevens Jr., Josh Smith, Andy Kurtz, Eddie Smith, Pegleg Feltz all on pit road as Jonah Colbert and Josh Oswald will be the first 2 off pit road. Well, let's take a quick run through the field here. We've got Joe Yates, your current leader. And Ryan Pendleton sitting back in second. Daniel Cunningham, he'll be in third. Jason Warren up into the 4th position. Travis Bieber moving up into 5th. Patrick Drabick back into the 6th position. Jake Ellingson with a lot of damage, caught up in a couple early wrecks, but making his way back through the field up in the 7th. Brandon Wallace, another driver who's had some issues tonight, in 8th. And first cars off pit road. Josh Oswald, Josh Smith, Garrett Kinder, Andy Kurtz, Charles Stevens, Pegleg Feltz, and Jonah Colbert, who was did come off pit road first earlier. Now to the back of the field. I think he came in and just topped off on that lap. Either that or he did come in and top off there. So the lights are going to be back off on the pace car this time. Yates choosing the inside. Cunningham also choosing the inside. Or Pendleton, excuse me, also choosing the inside, moving Cunningham up to the front row. Jason Warren in the 32. He'll be restarting 4th. Bieber in 5th. Everybody kind of choosing the blow line. That allows Josh Oswald to move up into the 6th position. As we come back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air, and we are back racing. Another great jump for the leader, Joe Yates. Says, oh, Bieber is around, takes out Warren, and Kinder involved. Oh, this is a big one. Caution is out. A lot of cars involved in this one. This is going to bring up a Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we try to sort this one out. Let's take a look from high above here. As they get into the corner, we see Travis Bieber on the bottom. I think a little contact. I think Warren might have pinched him down just a little bit. We also see the 27 Ellingson also around. I think he was just checking up for the wreck. Those two, Warren comes around, catches Josh Oswald, spins him around. You see Drabick down in the bottom. There's Josh Smith, Garrett Kinder involved. But Brandon Wallace doing a good job getting through the mess. The 87, Eddie Smith involved as well. Jonah Colbert, Chuck Pegleg Feltz was able to slow down to avoid it. But a lot of good cars caught up in this one. And it just happened so fast. We were able to dissect it in slow motion, but at regular speed, it just happened so fast. I don't think there was anything anybody could do here once the track got blocked up. Ratchet Miller says, it's a move out of the way or I'll move you kind of race. It says stack them deep and sell them cheap. That's what it seems like tonight as the lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back green flag racing. We saw Travis Bieber taking the wave around to stay on the lead lap. Pace car has pulled on the pit road. Joe Yates and Cunningham will be your first row, with Pendleton and Drabick in the second row, and green flags back in the air. And another great jump for the leader. Here comes Cunningham looking down to the inside. I'm sorry, looking on the outside here to get around Ryan Pendleton. That's the first outside pass we've really seen tonight. Yates is doing a great job staying out there right now. Again, I'm not sure, because of my timing and scoring crash, I'm not sure the last time he came in, but he has the oldest tires on track currently, and he's able to hold on to that lead as it runs. A little further back, we see a little battle back here between Josh Smith and Patrick Drabick. Ooh, Charles Stevens Jr. and Chuck Pegleg Phelps around in turn number 1. That's going to bring out another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we take a look to see what happened back here. And it looks like Stevens was battling with Brandon Wallace here. Whoops. Gets down a little loose through the corner. Brandon Wallace finishes him off. Filbert able to sneak on through. But Pegleg just nowheres to go and gets collected in that as well. His Turtles spin him around and puts him into the inside wall. And yet again, Joe Yates stays out. Andy Kurtz was your lucky dog at that time. Able to get back onto the lead lap. As we are approaching 25 laps to go. A lot of racing still left here. The big questions are, can Joe Yates hang on with those older tires, and does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? With all these cautions, it's a good chance he does, but we'll have to see. Does Daniel Cunningham have anything in the tank to get around Joe Yates? Do some of our early front runners, like Garrett Kinder, Jonah Coburn, Eddie Smith, can they get their way back up to the front? Well, Eddie Smith has quite a bit of damage on his car to the back end and still missing that front bumper. 32, Jason Warren off the track. Let's see who else has up at the front. Jonah Colbert, a lot of damage to that 31 machine. Is there any car that did not have damage tonight? There is one car that has no damage. We're seeing it at the front of the field right now, the pace car. That car looks extremely clean. I believe he's also led the most laps. Actually, the 54 of Cunningham looks pretty clean out there, along with the 23. So there are a couple of cars that look pretty clean out there. So green flags back in the air. We are racing here again at Myrtle Beach with 25 laps to go. And a great battle heating up at the front. Ooh, a little contact between the 23 and the 54. Cunningham now under attack from the 47 of Josh Smith. Here comes Josh Oswald as well. He has a fresh car. He's able to move his way up here as well. Oh, someone up on the Turtles. The 47 Smith caught the Turtles, got up into the side of the 54. That's going to check everybody up behind. Here comes Oswald now looking down to the inside of the 54. Oh, Lotridge around in the back here. Caution is out. Saw it at the top of the screen, the 48 turning around. We'll bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we take a look to see what happened to the 48 machine, see if he had some help or if he lost it all on his own. It does look like he had a little bit of help here. You see the 99 of Brandon Wallace. Oh, Brandon Wallace locking up that left front tire. That causes him to get into the 48. And yeah, you still see a lot of lockup out of that 99, and it's hard to control if you pay attention to the left front tire of the 99. You'll see as he goes into the corner here. I know it's kind of behind the wall, but you can see it lock it up right there. And once the tire locks up, there's no chance, there's no grip. And that car is going to wash right up the track. So a tough break for Lottridge because he just had nowheres to go. 99 just had nowhere to go. Couldn't really hold on to it with that. And see Eddie Smith getting a little piece of that as well. So tough break out there for these guys. As Lottridge did have a reset in the bag, so he's able to get back out there with a clean car. As Joe Yakes continues the lead here. Using a little bit of strategy. No, Yakes is currently third in points. So using a little strategy here to try to continue to climb up the points ladder here, especially with a couple drivers having some issues in front of them. Eddie Smith and Jonah Colbert, the two cars in front of him. They're currently running, Eddie Smith is currently a lap down in 16th, and Jonah Colbert is currently in 9th. So, Yakes here could make up quite a bit of ground with a win here tonight at Myrtle Beach. Lights on the pace car are off. Yakes is going to choose that inside lane yet again. Ryan Pendleton to the outside, then Patrick Drabick and Josh Smith in row number 2. Daniel Cunningham and Josh Oswald will round out row number 3 as the pace car gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And Yakes is going to lead him back down to the restart zone, and he's going to hit the gas immediately. We are back green flag racing. A great jump again for that 187, but here comes Pendleton back to the outside trying to make something happen as we have just 18 laps to go here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Everybody's got to get everything they can. Patrick Drabick has moved up into the 3rd position. He's gotten around Josh Smith. Josh Smith, though, using the bumper, trying to get Drabick out of shape to try to get himself up into the podium here. Here comes, oh, Cunningham loses it all by himself. They're still wrecking behind as Josh Smith, caution is out. I don't think Josh Smith was very happy with what just happened there, and I think there's a retaliation there at the end. Let's see if we can see. What happened here? So we saw Josh Smith giving the bumper to Drabick just a little bit. Then as they come into the corner, yeah, it looks like the 54 was out of shape. Overcorrected it, came into the 47 of Josh Smith. Josh Oswald got a little piece of it as well. Garrett Kinder sneaking on through. Colbert also sneaking on through. And then the 88 of Stevens just nowheres to go. Then looks like, yeah, a little extracurricular there. After the wreck had happened, so I know that'll be reviewed after the race. As Cunningham, who was one of the cleanest cars on track, I believe he still has a reset in the bag. See if that car pops back into position. It doesn't look like he did have a reset, so tough break for the 54 as he's on pit road getting some tires and fuel. But Joe Yakes will continue to be your leader as we are under 15 laps to go. So again, Yates staying out on these older tires, and it's right now is working for him. So he's trying to keep the track position here to gain as many points as he can. Lights are off. Joe Yates takes the inside again. Ryan Pendleton to the outside. Patrick Drabick to the inside, and Josh Oswald in fourth. Kinder has moved himself up to fifth, and Travis Bieber in the sixth spot as the pace cars get ready to pull on the pit road. How early will Joe Yates go this time? Holds the field back just a little bit longer this time. Green flag back in the air. And Pendleton able to stay right there with him. Here comes Drabick looking down to the inside of Pendleton. Not able to clear the 23 as we got a yellow flag back on track. And it looks like it is for Jason Lottridge. Take a look, see we can see what happened to Lottridge here on the backstretch. It looks like some a little bit of aggressive driving in the back here. One driver who was caught up just a bit ago. You see Josh Smith on the out in the middle here with Lottridge and Bieber. And 3 wide has not been working well for the drivers tonight. And as they came off the corner, Bieber just barely caught Jason Lottridge there and caused him to spin around on the backstretch. So with under 10 laps to go, Joe Yates continues to lead. Garrett Kinder back up into the 4th position. I know Kevin's keeping close tabs. Kevin is keeping close tabs on that 13 machine. Our biggest move of the race so far is the 23 of Ryan Pendleton. Currently up 16 spots from where he started. With Jason Warren being our biggest loser tonight, having the Hard Luck Award. And he is officially retired from the race. Losing 16 spots from where he started. So lights on the pace car should be coming off this time. Kevin Kinder says, get those elbows up and get on the wheel. Keep moving to the front, number 13. And Kinder with no front bumper, somehow able to keep that car. No front bumper, no rear bumper. Every corner of that car has damage on it. The guys in the body shop would have a lot of work to do this week to get that car prepared for next week. Joe Yates again takes the inside with Ryan Pendleton to the outside. Patrick Drabick and Garrett Kinder make up row number 2. Josh Oswald, Jonah Colbert, row number 3. Here comes Joe Yates leading them back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. Just 5 laps to go. Joe Yates is getting battled hard now by the 23 of Pendleton, who's really making that high side work. We haven't seen that all night, but now with just 5 laps to go, he's doing everything he can to move that 23 up to the front. We got 3 wide racing behind. Oh, Colbert down to the inside through the grass. No caution. Joe Yates is going to get back to the lead. Pendleton's going to fall back to 3rd. Here comes Oswald. coming up through the field. He's trying to look to the inside of the 23 of Pendleton with just 3 laps to go. Oh, Oswald gets a little loose. 23 gets turned around. They both keep it going straight. No caution. Oh, Kinder around on the backstretch. Caution is back out. It's going to be another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage rewind. As this started, well, there's a lot going on here, so let's see if we can break it all up here. Starting with Jonah Colbert getting involved in the first one here. There's 3 wide with Garrett Kinder, Colbert, and it looks like Colbert maybe came up the track a little bit into the side of Kinder. That's what spun that 31 around. And then as we go down the backstretch, fast forward just a little bit, see if we can. Here we see Oswald sideways. Got on the brakes a little too hard. Gets up into the 23. Those two able to straighten it out. And then Oswald, just still trying to hold on to it. Comes down into the side of Kinder, and Kinder's the one that gets the worst of it. So tough break for the 13 of Garrett Kinder, who was looking to have another top 5 finish. Now currently falling back to 14th as we're going to have our first green-white checker attempt. And that's going to bring another car up to the front here is Patrick Dravick. Now currently in second, Josh Oswald third, Andy Kurtz up to fourth. Daniel Cunningham, after having some issues, getting spun around, got a lot of damage, and then he finds himself back in the 5th position. Josh Smith in 6th. Ryan Pendleton falls back to 7th after the contact there. Charles Stevens 8th. Brandon Wallace up into the 9th position, having a great rebound from an earlier issues, and Pegleg Feltz up in the 10th. And then again, some of our front runners here a little further back. Garrett Kinder, Jonah Colbert having some issues. Currently running 14th and 15th. A lot of damage to that 31 machine. Eddie Smith back here as well, a lap down. A lot of damage to that 87 machine. Jason Warren, as we mentioned, has retired. 4 retirees so far. The 32 of Jason Warren, the 12 of William Griffith, Michael Kosick in the 04, and Cody McClellan, all retiring for the evening. So we're going to go back green flag racing. Joe Yanks on the inside, Patrick Dravick to the outside. Dravick, a little bit of tire spin, but able to hold on to that 2nd position. As behind, we've got a battle back here as Cunningham has moved on. Oh, we got big problems in the back. Caution is back out. Another green-white checker attempt. Oh. Pegleg Feltz, Charles Stevens involved in this one. See if we can see what happened here. Looks like Ellingson might have had a little piece of this as well. As they get into the corner here, this is right after the green flag came out, and Brandon Wallace missing his braking zone just a little bit, catches the 88. Travis Bieber gets a little piece of it as well. Lottridge gets through it, and man, Pegleg and Colbert just nowheres to go. Lottridge barely misses that one as well, and there's Ellingson getting another little piece involved in this one as well. So Well, a tough night tonight for a couple drivers, especially drivers like Jake Ellingson, who it seems like he just can't miss a break. I think he's been caught up in almost every single one tonight. Garrett Kinder getting caught up in a couple tonight. Eddie Smith, Jason Warren. I mean, I think Kevin Kinder said it best. I don't think there's a car out there that doesn't have some damage to it. Actually, this 187 machine looks pretty clean up at the front. Don't see any damage on that car at all. Yeah, that would be the cleanest car on track right now, is that 187. Maybe just a little bit of damage to that right front side. Yeah, you see that little bit of damage there right around that Goodyear. But either way, that is the cleanest car on track for sure. So as they cross the line this time, the lights on the pace car will be turning off. And Joe Yates looks like he's going to choose the inside with Patrick Drabick to the outside. Josh Oswald, the 17, he'll be starting on the inside this time. Daniel Cunningham to the outside. Andy Kurtz, Josh Smith, Ryan Pendleton, Travis Bieber, Jason Lotridge, and Brandon Wallace make up your top 10. As we get ready for our second attempt at a green-white checker. Joe Yakes leads them back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air yet again. Another great jump for our leaders. Patrick Drabick is fighting on the outside. Here comes Josh Oswald looking down to the inside. Not able to get quite there yet. Oh, we got some battling going on. Oh, we got one around. Caution is out, and man, they're still wrecking. There's Travis Bieber. I saw Travis Bieber jacked up. That's going to be the white flag, though. The race is over. So we can see what happened to Bieber here. As I saw his car all jacked up on the backstretch here. And oh, the 47, man, hard contact. The 47 got turned around. And with the big checkup off the corner, catches Bieber just right. He gets up into the wall, and then everybody else comes piling through. You see Garrett Kinder sneaking through on the bottom along with Pegleg Phelps. So a couple of drivers able to sneak on through. But your winner tonight, Joe Yakes in the 187s. He's going to come celebrate on the front stretch. Then the Demolition Derby commences. Take a look at your results. Joe Yakes, your winner tonight. Patrick Drabick comes home third. Josh Oswald on the podium. It's Patrick in second. Oswald in third. Andy Kurtz, Daniel Cunningham round out your top 5. Ryan Pendleton, Jason Lotridge, Jonah Colbert, Brandon Wallace, Jake Ellenson, and Garrett Kinder, Pegleg Phelps, Chuck Stevens Jr., and Travis Bieber and Josh Smith round out your top 15. Then Eddie Smith, Josh Warren, William Griffith, Michael Kosick, and Cody McClellan round out the field. But a great run tonight for Joe Yakes, who's going to be your winner here tonight. As we get ready for some post-race interviews here with our top 3. Just waiting for them to come into the waiting room here tonight. And of course, your post-race interviews will be brought to you tonight, as always, by Shappy Edits. We want to thank Shappy Edits as well for helping us make a couple of intros for some of our leagues here on Intensity Racing, Intensity Broadcasting. So We do appreciate that. Let's bring Josh Oswald into the room here, our third place finisher. Josh, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you. How are you tonight?
Man, I'm doing great. Great run tonight, coming home in third. A lot of carnage out there. I don't think there was a single car out there that didn't have a scratch on it. A couple cars even missing some body parts coming to the end there. But you're able to avoid the chaos and come home in third. Besides all the wreck avoidance out there, was there any real strategy out there tonight, or was it just try to get to the front and stay up there?
Really, the entry to one, if you really had to watch your brakes, because it bit me early on in the race. I got on the brakes just a little too hard, and it put me around, and it got me real sideways second time later in the race. I mean, I made a last-minute decision to run the race. I think I got 5 minutes of practice on this setup, but if you could be smooth and roll your corners, you're all right. But yeah, there was just carnage everywhere, so you really just had to keep looking, the next corner ahead or the next straightaway ahead, as far ahead as you could, just to kind of pick a path. And even then, it was cutting it close sometimes.
For sure. And again, as I said on the broadcast, if you watch this back, this is one of my absolute favorite tracks. It's a shame that this track is getting torn down, because I used to go to this every time I went on vacation. But the low lane seemed to be the place to be tonight, especially on restarts. It seemed like everybody was trying to get down to the bottom. Is that what you're seeing out there as well, as the top lane just never really came in because of all the yellow flag runs?
Yeah, I mean, it was starting to at some point. I mean, on some of the restarts, if you didn't get like a big checkup in front of you, you could roll the top and make up some ground up there. I mean, I chose the outside a few times just to test the waters and was able to gain some positions. These Xfinity cars are real tough around here. I mean, I much prefer the Tour Modified or the Super Late model, but I mean, it was a different experience. I mean, there was times the outside worked, but yeah, it was hard to get a good run off the bottom if you're really racing somebody side by side. So I'd almost say it was 50-50, but the low line being the shorter way around, you could definitely, on those quick short burst runs, you could definitely make up more ground.
Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish. Anybody you want to thank tonight? Any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
And thank you for taking care of the broadcast. Everybody, all the admins in the Original Rebels Racing League to keep everything going. Big Frig Coolers, best coolers you can get. Magic Mike, he's the man. Manzo, rest up, buddy. And my friends and family for watching at home.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely, man.
So that was your third place finisher, Josh Oswald. I don't see Drabick currently in the green room. Let's take a look, see if he's somewhere else. Which he is not. So let's bring in your winner tonight, Joe Yakes. Joe, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do. How are you doing this evening?
Man, I'm doing well. Congratulations on the win tonight. Looked like strategy really paying off for you tonight. I have to ask, because I was curious as well, how bad were your tires and how close were you on fuel there at the end?
I have no idea on the fuel, but the tires, they felt great all the way up until the end there. I think I ran my fastest lap of the race on lap 172 with almost 100 laps on the tires, so no issues with the tires tonight.
For sure, and I a lot of yellow flags tonight definitely helped keep those tires underneath you. Besides the strategy call, was that the strategy? As soon as you made that strategy call, did that kind of set the rest of the pace for the race, as you knew you kind of made your bed and you had to sit in it?
I mean, at one point I was thinking about pitting, but then the restarts and the track position just seemed to work, so I just kind of kept rolling with it. I know I pit earlier than everybody else did, and then that allowed me to just kind of stay out and get some track position, because back in the pack it was just brutal back there, and I'm sure you guys could tell from all the cautions, but yeah, it was fun.
Well, the more important story of the race is with the win tonight and your competitors having some issues. You're going to have a great points night, as both Colbert and Eddie Smith had a lot of issues tonight. So it looks like you're going to gain quite a bit of points on that. That's going to make you happy.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like this season, I've been good, but I haven't crossed that threshold to having a really great race put together. And it just kind of all worked out tonight, and it felt great.
Well, it's good to get that win under the belt and get some momentum moving forward. And before we let you go, anybody you want to thank, any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
I just want to thank my team, Indy Autosport, and our wonderful sponsors. We got Martin Sports, Sim Racer Coin, and our Painter MVH Moto. And I've got Glimish on the car as well. It's a streaming site that I stream on. And that's it, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the win. And as the season goes on, I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Have a great night.
You as well. So that was your winner tonight, Joe Yakes, using the strategy and having it pay off, getting himself the win here tonight at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Again, your biggest mover, your Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. Actually, it's split between two people. The 23 of Ryan Pendleton and Jason Lottridge both up 12 spots from where they started, so that will go to them. The Hard Luck Award, though, definitely is going to have to go to Jason Warren, who was running most of the race right up at the front, getting caught up in the wreck there that got him sent to the back. So tough night for him, but as always, great racing here with the Xtreme Xfinity Series, and always great racing with the Original Rebels Racing League. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night as the Original Rebels Racing League Cup Series will be going into their round of 8 race as well. And then Sunday night, we've got our truck doubleheader with yours truly. So you don't want to miss that. That's also going to be at Phoenix Speedway, the new Phoenix Speedway. If you haven't seen it, iRacing has updated Phoenix to the current configuration, so it'll be interesting to see these guys out there at a new track to them. It's a new old track, so it'll be fun to see how the racing changes there. And as always, join us 7 nights a week here on Intensity Broadcasting. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. It really does help us out. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter as well at Intensity Broad 1. And always, thank you for joining us tonight. And as our boy Atman Weiss would say, over and out.